interest rate as promised. So looks like things are moving into the right direction in general. Yeah, I guess we can start now. On our side, another really productive week. I guess to start off, wanted to update that on DeFi Llama, we are officially our new product, the LBT product, is officially on DeFi Llama. So if you check right now, it should be around 18 million in total value locked. And that's just the first product. We also got a few more major integrations on the way. So for one, we're talking with Story Protocol to launch a LVT for the Story's staked IP token. This is similar to the FEL product in that it's generally applicable to POS chain, and Story is a POS chain with most of their IP tokens staked with validators. So we have talked with a few major validators on their network. They are locked for, I think, 90 days with their liquid staking token. So the LVT fill in the gap perfectly for unlocking liquidity for those 90 days stakers. Yeah, so this is going to be a great addition to LVT, further kind of expand the narrative. With Story, it's a very unique chain such that it's a layer one. It's purposefully built for IP assets, which is a one of the major sort of non-tradable or illiquid assets in the world in intellectual properties. I think in general, there's estimated to be over $5 trillion to like in total value for the IP intellectual properties. And this chain, the Story Protocol, their whole thing is to try to onboard things like musics, movies, and then like maybe even novels, books, anything. So I think another major narrative they were pushing is AI. They're trying to, which is not something new. It's trying to monetize AI as an IP. So this is a pretty specific, I would say, vertical that they're attacking. There's not that many layer ones. And the Story, I think it's probably the biggest one. I think they're last time I checked, they're definitely top 100 token, probably even top 50 at certain points. And it's great for us to launch the liquid vesting token product for Story Chain. So it's going to be a native deployment on Story. People who are staking IP, either you're staking it yourself or you're doing it through the liquid staking protocol called Vario on Story, will be able to unlock some liquidity for you. There's gonna be a LVT vault to essentially like mint the VT and also be able to trade against the actual IP token. Yeah, so that's it for Story. It's a purposely built layer one just to onboard intellectual properties. We're doing the LVT for their stake tokens. I guess fun fact is when we're doing kind of research, also kind of know some of the projects on Story as well. Some of the interesting IPs that they're doing is there's one. Oh, hi, Crypto Wine. How's it going? There's one protocol on Story called Aria, ARIA protocol, and their thing is to like their product is to buy musics, like actual albums from like Justin Bieber, Blackpink, or some tier one musicians, and then they pull those IPs into a portfolio and launched a token against it called APL token, Area Premier Launch. So if you bought the APL token, basically it's sort of like a Sido stablecoin where you get some yield by holding the APL token, which is really a share of these 42 songs that they purchased. And I think it's about 8% per year. It's distributed weekly or bi-weekly. So that's a pretty cool attempt, I think. Um, and I don't know if it's the first one, but it's definitely I would say it's making some noise. Because these are like actual musics that people listen on Spotify or YouTube every day, and you're generating revenue, and now you have the chance to sort of own a piece of that, which is pretty interesting. Because without crypto, like how would you be able to own like a share of Justin Bieber's song, right? So they make that possible. Anyway, so that's what that story. I think they're doing a lot more of these IP RWA sort of tokenizations. For us, it's more on the liquidity side, and this is the first I guess collab from Zufai with a story. So looking to more stuff to do over there. Another thing is DOG. DOG, it's the layer one built for AI. And so in that sense, it's actually similar to Story. It's a purposely built layer one for a specific application or a specific sort of tokenization. With DOG, it's a long-term partner of Zufai, and then we're doing the liquid node token LNT with the DOG AI alignment nodes, which collectively the node holders own 15% of DOG tokens, which is currently at about 1 billion FDV. So 150 million of these node DOG tokens are locked within the nodes, and LNT let you unlock the DOG from the nodes and then be able to sort of trade that. And yeah, so that product it's approaching launch. I think it's gonna launch. There's some delays in terms of which chain to launch it. Currently, I think the what we are getting is they would like us to launch it on the DOG mainnet. That's totally fine with us. So if you're a node holder, the nodes are currently on Arbitrum. There's gonna be a migration to migrate your node from Arbitrum to DOG mainnet in probably a few weeks. When you do so, our products will be ready, so you can directly when you migrate and deposit to LNT vault, and then you can decide if you wanted to sell the future rewards or you just wanted to keep continue to farm as usual with the LNT vault. So there's a total control of how you wanted to proceed. It literally just gives you the option of liquidity, plus gives you the sort of the ease of life of not dealing with the delegations and running the node yourself. So that's cool. Again, DOG, similar to Story, layer one built for AI specifically. I haven't seen much like actual AI sort of apps on DOG yet, or storage. They have compute and storage, but I guess the chain is there, it's up and running, and the community is there. So there's gonna be enough time for them to figure out. And as far as what I've been following, I think they're hosting a ton of hackathons, like basically like across the world, at different conferences, trying to find like, builders to build products on ZOG. So yeah, so give them more time. I think there's hopefully to see some cool apps on ZOG mainnet. For us, it's a very important problem that we're solving, which is liquidity for node buyers, node runners in general. Lots of these node holders actually purchase the node at the node sale with real money. And now that the tokens, of course, tokens doing great. I think the node round was around maybe 200 million, even at the higher tier, at the higher price. And so even with the higher price, you're at 5x with the current DOG token FDV. So there's gonna be lots of people trying to exit, and also lots of people want to get in. So yeah, so this product I would say is gonna be pretty instrumental for the holders and also for DOG eco in general, which is yeah. So I think that that's definitely worth waiting for, to wait for the DOG team to complete the migration, then launch on their own network. Another thing kind of want to touch upon is our LNT partner, another node holder, node vault partner, Repo. So Repo did their node sell, and then launched their tokens on Virtuals. I think for all the people who didn't exit through exit the node, actually, we have the data. Not that much means you have exited. That's actually super smart because since the launch of the Repo token, the basically FDV has gone up like 4 to 5x, basically from like 6 million all the way up to, I think right now trading at around 24 million FDV. So kudos to anyone who, most of you guys who didn't exit, because you can actually sell the vRepo token in LNT Vault, which in that case you'll be selling the node future reward of the node. Yeah, so I guess it's props to the team and the community on Repo as well. Still a little bit far to go from, I guess, break even. If I remember correctly, the node sell was around 60 million or even 80 million. Basically that means you are about halfway there from breaking it even. And I think in general, just from my observation, the teams are trying to launch the tokens on more centralized exchanges, which is always a good sign because there's going to be more discovery, more users. I think it's already announced that Repo's announced that it's launched on MEXC, our bank as well, maybe XT exchange. Hope to see more listings, maybe on some like even bigger exchanges for Repo. Because I do really like what they're doing with the sort of the decentralization, democratizing the AI training data. And they're really trying to drive the user growth on their their whole platform. Yeah, so we've been supporting them since they did the node sell. We make the node sell liquid by promising and delivering the LNT Vault product right after the launch. So also, if you're a node holder, you know that the product's actually, I think, is working pretty smoothly. I think every 3 days or like twice a week, there's a distribution of the Repo token. So if you're holding the vRepo, you know, every couple of days, you can actually claim the actual Repo token, this vRepo. Going forward, we are talking with them of potentially make this process even more frequent, maybe make it even like a daily thing, so that there's basically more user interactions and potentially more trading as well for the vRepo to Repo trading pair. Yeah, so congrats to the Repo team and their community and holders. Also Repos on base chain. So I think we are on like 4 different chains now. This is not to mention Story and some new integrations that we're planning. Because we started off with Berachain, but right now it's actually, I would say like 4 or 5 chains, including Berachain, is probably 5 chains that we are on with the LVT and also LNT products. It's definitely like we have scaled quite a bit. The narratives is also broadened quite a bit from the earlier days of building pure yield products on Berachain. So definitely, I would say is a pretty productive year on ZooFi in general. I guess another sort of a teaser that we could share is with LVT products on another very, I would say, very promising eco in SEI. So we are in some early discussions with SEI and the liquid staking protocols there to essentially launched the LVT product for state tokens. Um, so this is another, I would say, like a major. If we could launch it, is going to be another major product on our side. It would say I think it's has been doing lots of different things, trying to sort of grow their ecosystem. Say it's also a layer one. It's its own ecosystem. It's EVM compatible, and they've been around for quite a while. I think over a year now. From early days, earlier, I think they're non-EVM, and then they launched EVM and attracted a lot more apps. Right now, I think they're doing lots of RWA narratives. They're trying to launch like yield-bearing stablecoins from from Wall Street essentially, and also trying to do some like trading applications. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty tight-knit community over there, and it's nice that we're kind of trying to find a PMF of launching the LVT for them. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I guess, from the product side what we wanted to update. Let me know if there's anything you guys wanted to talk about. In general, we're kind of approaching the end of the year. Liquidity does tend to get, I guess, get a little bit more exciting towards holiday seasons. In the history, in the short history of crypto, there's always been really good price actions on the holiday seasons. Hopefully, it's going to be like similar as before. As far as the macro component goes, I think I'm more optimistic in general, just because I guess I'm more sort of like disregarding the FUD or like just in general the negative sentiments like from the crypto Twitter in general. I just kind of tend to just more enjoying like looking at the new actual facts and news and stuff. So from my point of view, I think there's not much things changed. It's in general, there's just going to be a lot more liquidity. The Fed's already stopped quantitative tightening QT in a way that is a QE, because they do need to maintain their balance sheet. So they are in a way doing QE, and that's I would say like a big transitioning move from the Fed. Not to mention that there's been, I think, 6 rate cuts for the year. Just the past 3 months, Fed cut interest rate at 75 basis point, almost 1%, and that's very much significant. I think if the interest rate in the US, it's going to be at about like 2% next year. After a few more cuts, it's just going to be a lot more liquidity out there. So definitely more sort of macro driven. I think nowadays with the industry become more and more institutionalized. Yeah, so if you are like in the space for long enough, there's also on the other end at the other end of the spectrum, there's also the 4-year cycle theory, which is the Bitcoin's halving cycle. And by that narrative, we should have already like passed the height at around a month ago, like November-ish. So if that's the case, then everything should probably go down 90% from 2026 and the next 3 years before the next bull run. So yeah, so there's lots of different point of views. Whatever you believe, I guess from retail participant perspective, definitely always do your own research. That's also like what we're trying to do here. Like we're trying to do weekly AMAs, trying to just talk about what we're doing on our products and our milestones. Always trying to if you're like researching into a project, definitely spend some time in their eco, trying to see what the team is doing, because there's going to be lots of I guess misinformation out there. Definitely always do your own research. And Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's not that much that I wanted to cover. If there's not many other questions, I guess we could probably end today earlier. How's that sound, everybody? Good. I guess another thing wanted to mention is we're thinking about running a Christmas campaign. Probably gonna be very easy social tasks. That is gonna be uh, if there's gonna be on-chain tasks, it's also gonna be pretty straightforward. And probably gonna host that on Galaxy with some prizes and some other ecosystem partners to co-host the campaign. That's yeah, so that's another thing that I want to share on the event side. Um, Other than that, I think we are all good. That's the Christmas campaign. Yeah, definitely would like to get that solidified. Cool. So if you're late to the AMA, we're kind of just wrapping up. Uh, every every Thursday we do the AMA, depending on where you are, and then the next day we post the recap, full recap on YouTube. So yeah, if there's anything that's important, we'll also probably post it on our socials to kind of emphasize. But yeah, it's a great week so far, and lots of progress and a lot more to come. Um, yeah. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hope you're having a great rest of your day. See ya.